Hello, once again. This is Siddharth, and I have with me Akshay.
What's up, guys?
Abhin and
Long
Kushal are
time.
gonna join us in a bit. Welcome back to Who Scored Again. Before we start off this week's episode, I just want to congratulate Chelsea on winning the Club World Championship. I mean, I think they won it with a Kai Havertz penalty in extra time.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
big ups to them.
Yeah, congrats.
Yes, and
But I feel like the club world champion is normally like the team that wins the Champions League.
Champions League, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it has to be. I
it's
mean,
like
more or less. I think as only like in the last few seasons, I don't remember any team who
other than the
lost.
Champions League winner, exactly.
Yeah, any
Yeah,
Champions League winner who lost it. I don't. I mean, I guess we'll have to go back
yeah.
a few years
I
before.
don't think. Yeah,
I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's there, but I mean, we might have to go back a few years.
yeah, true.
But that honestly, that trophy is so insignificant. I feel like they should stop that completely. Makes no sense, at least to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, and it screws up your FPL. If it's an English team, it
I
screws up your
know,
FPL big time, right?
I know.
Yeah, there's so much confusion.
It's
Don't know
pissing
who to
off.
take out, who to get in. It's really
Oh,
annoying.
don't even get me started. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anywho,
yeah.
speaking
Let's
of
wait for.
FPL, let's speak about this weekend, the past weekend's fixtures. I guess we'll start
Oh
off with
man,
the
that
team
was.
that had two fixtures this weekend. I guess it's just
Do we
fitting.
really want to start off? Do we really want to talk about that, or
Yeah,
should we
let's.
just
You know what?
skip
Let's
them
talk.
entirely?
Let's talk about them because as frustrating as they are, I think they're a team that has zero identity. A team that
Mm,
honestly doesn't know what to do. They try to implement Ragnick's counter pressing, high pressing system, and within I guess less than 2 months of him being appointed, they're back to
yeah, back to who they were,
the counter
pretty
attacking team
much.
that
Yeah, yeah.
they always were. So it's,
Mm.
I guess if you can't beat them, join them. uh,
No,
but having said that,
but
you
I
know what?
think
Like
last.
I was reading this crazy stat that United have produced, I think like 50, I think before the Brighton game it was 55 or 60 clear cut chances. Like
Oh
whatever.
man,
I
they've
mean, I
had
don't know.
too
People
many chances, yeah,
apparently clear cut chances
which
where
were
they should
not
have scored,
converted. Yeah,
which have not been converted. I mean, they've partially converted. Like, I mean, they've converted 7 or 8 of those 55 chances. So, I mean, it just goes to
yeah,
show
the
that
conversion rate is
it's
really low.
pathetic, really pathetic.
Yeah,
Like last night, I mean, even the game against who did we play back on the weekend? Southampton, right? Yeah, even the game against
Southampton. Yeah,
Southampton.
it
In the
was last
first
weekend
half, we
was
dominated
Southampton.
Southampton. Yeah, we
Yeah,
played
I
Southampton
think
1-1. Yeah.
I think that's a pattern that we've been seeing in the last few games. Really great first half, dominating the opposition. Come second half, I don't know what happens to them.
I believe
They,
it was the same with Burnley as well. I think I don't know if you
yeah,
watched the
yeah.
game, but
No, I didn't. I
uh,
didn't. It was late night.
I don't
But
watch the
the
game,
next
but I
morning
watched
when I
the
woke up,
highlight.
yeah, I woke up and
It's the
I
same old
messaged Abhin, and
story.
he's like, "Shit, same story. As in the first half, and good in the first half, and being the
As in the
usual
second,
idiots in the
yeah.
second half."
I mean,
This is
yesterday also
basically
the
this is
the way
basically a
Brighton
reverse of
created
how
chances.
Ole played.
Yeah,
Right?
that is true.
They were really shit in the first half, and come the second half, don't know what happens.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I mean, if they can put two good halves together, I would. You know what? We could have drawn against to a 10-man Brighton yesterday.
Hmm.
Like that's how bad we were in the second half again.
Yeah,
And
true,
man, they
true.
should stop playing Fred. Like, oh my god, the number of times he lost the ball.
Did he play? I don't think he
It's
played yesterday. No,
yeah, he did. He started yesterday. He took
I thought.
they took him off
Okay,
after
okay.
halftime. Like
I
not
didn't.
at halftime, but
Hmm.
Pogba came on for him.
Okay, and that's when things turned around, I guess.
Yeah, that's when like United had more control in midfield. But having said that, I think Brighton had a really bright game yesterday. Like
But they've actually
I
been playing
mean, they
really well.
genuinely they genuinely deserve to
Yeah.
be where they are in the table right now. The number of chances
Yeah.
they created. I mean, let's face it, United are not great at the moment, but
Mm,
there were times in that game where you felt like, as a neutral, you felt as though Brighton were equally matched up against United. Like there was
or
no
the better
time
team.
where you would feel, yeah, and at parts of the game they were the
Yeah.
better team. So you wouldn't think at any moment that they are quote unquote outsiders from the top six. You
True.
would
True.
probably categorize them in the top six at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
So I think
They've
where
just
they
been
are
having
right,
Yeah, they've just been having bad luck, I guess, with the
yeah.
but and good luck in a certain way because of their late goals to equalize the game.
Oh, yeah,
Many,
many games.
yeah,
Yeah.
constantly. Yeah,
But I guess,
but
see, the
before,
thing is, if you know what, like, if you're doing it again and again, luck only favors you once or twice. But if you're doing it again
yeah,
and again, like 2 seasons ago, and even last season, good parts of last season, where United kept coming
mm,
back in the second half again and again. Yeah, luck is there in
exactly.
one game, 2 games. But if
Yeah,
you're doing it constantly,
not
it means
season
you're doing
over.
something
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
true, true.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but I heard a
that's
stat before the Brighton game that United were equal points away from relegation zone as they were to Man
from
City.
City. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
surprised. But you know what's the
yeah.
funny thing? You know what? I know. We can go on and on about ifs, buts, and what have you. But like, if
Mm,
United hadn't dropped points against, say, like a Southampton, that's 2 points dropped there. 2 points dropped against Burnley. Two
Burnley.
points dropped against Villa. So that's 6 points. I'm not even counting the other
Yeah.
games before prior to that. So I'm just counting these 3 games. That's 6 points
Mm.
drop. We'd be above Chelsea in the table, technically. Yeah,
Yeah, because
because we
they've
have
also
four
been
points.
dropping points.
We have
Yeah,
4 points. We have 4 points behind Chelsea. So
yeah.
if you
But they
add
have
those,
three
just
in
these three
hand.
games, because we led in all these 3 games. I'm not saying any other reason.
But they
We
have 3 games in hand, right?
No, they don't.
Or 2 games rather.
They don't have three
Or have
games in hand. I think they have
no?
1 game in hand. Can you pull
I
it
think
up?
they had. I'm just doing that right now.
As far as I know, I think they
Or
have
just
one
one
game in
game.
hand on United. Yeah, exactly.
So just
So
one game.
so assume they
Uh,
win that game, they'll just be a point ahead of us. So
yeah, they lost against
it's
City, right? Yeah. And
yeah. I mean, we also
They've
have to
been
play
drawing
City,
twice.
but that's a different ball game. Like at the end of the day, being 1 point behind Chelsea in crisis, I'll take
True,
that.
true.
But it's been let's just face it, we've been shit. We don't deserve to be
They've been shit. Yeah,
anywhere
top
close to
four
third place.
or top four for
We
that
just
matter.
top
But
for that matter. Yeah.
speaking of top four, it's going to be a very
I think
exciting race.
speaking of not deserving to be in the top four, I think we can add Tottenham to that list as well,
Oh yeah,
because
yeah,
they've been shit. They've been
been
let's
shit.
face it.
Yeah,
They lost
three
at home.
consecutive losses.
They lost to the Saints after leading 2-0,
Yeah,
and they
in the last minute, right?
lost
Yeah,
to Wolves. Yeah, they lost to Wolves as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
True. They've lost the three. They lost 3 of the last 5 games.
I don't know what's happening
Yeah.
at Spurs, but for some reason, I don't know if Conte does Conte need more time, because I'm not.
Is he
There
even
are
the right
games where
person for
Spurs
the
play
job?
well, and there are games where Spurs are so bad they're pathetic.
Yeah, I don't know what got into them, honestly. Oh man, that's another topic to discuss, I guess.
What else? I mean, what are the other what was the standout fixture of this past game week? Trying to think. Was there a
What
standout
was?
fixture?
I think there
I
was.
I don't particularly think so. There was nothing. I felt if there was any,
Back up
it was
in.
probably hi, hello. Uh, I hope everyone can see me. Anyway,
Yeah,
uh,
we can.
but no, I think if there was a fixture from the weekend, it was probably Aston Villa versus Newcastle, because
Newcastle won
Okay,
that 1-0,
I
right?
didn't.
yeah, I remember like
I
just
didn't
like
get to
even
watch
New
that. Yeah.
It was.
I
It
mean,
was quite.
honestly, you should. You know what? Like there was. I watched like the highlights of the game and then the end of that game,
Mhm.
and the fans were up for it. You know, I mean, you could feel the life at St James's Park. Like the thing with Newcastle, and at least that's what I've heard from a few of my friends. That
Mm.
city is dictated by what happens between those four walls.
Yeah,
Mm.
more or less. Like I mean,
Yeah.
you. I
I
feel
think
it's like.
when Dodge comes on, he can give us a
Yeah,
little
I'm sure he.
update on
Yeah, he
that.
can give.
Yeah.
But from what
Uh,
I've heard, it's pretty much dictated with what happens between those four walls of
Mm.
St James's Park. So
the roof
Yeah.
nearly came off with that. I mean, you've seen Kieran Trippier's free kick, and second time in a row. I mean, now he broke his fifth metatarsal, so he's out for the season basically. Uh,
yeah,
and so
Sorry.
that's
you just gotta
his
feel
fifth.
sad for him, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. I feel just
James
about.
Justin.
No, Kieran Trippier. What happened to James
Okay,
Justin?
Trippier. He's also out.
James.
He injured himself. He
Who?
came back. James
Uh,
Justin from
James
Leicester.
Again?
Justin. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
so
I know the
sad.
Leicester defender. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's so
Yeah,
sad.
I think it was his first game back, and within the first half, 20 minutes or something, he
That was
got
actually a
injured.
fun game. That was a really fun game to watch. Leicester
Oh yeah,
City versus West Ham
that
United.
was sickening if you're a Leicester fan. Uh,
Dude, I mean, come on. Even as a United fan, I mean, by United I mean Manchester United fan, you would want West Ham to drop points,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
good. They
not pick
draw
up a.
points.
But if you're
I
an
mean,
FPL
you
fanatic,
would not want them. Yeah, if you're an at this point, I think everybody has Bowen, so it
yeah,
really doesn't
yeah,
matter.
true. I don't think
When
Abin has him still.
when Abin had Bowen, he hit
Just see
score
that.
or
Just
assist
see
within
that.
one.
Just
That
see that
reaction,
face of his.
priceless.
Seven game weeks of owning Jared Bowen to get absolutely fuck all in return. I drop him, he still doesn't do shit, but come, and I'm like, okay, fine. Now here comes a false dawn where he gets one assist, and then it just begins. And suddenly he is behind only Salah for goals and assists in the season, which is nuts. I have him. I like, oh, dude, it's so
You brought him in
frustrating.
now.
But I brought him in. I mean, he was in my squad for the last week. The only one of the few people who got points. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, for those of you listening in, I joined in late. So what's happening? Where are we?
We
So
spoke
we,
about United and their shit show,
Of course.
Yeah.
and the fact that if they had won the games they were leading, they'd be a point ahead of Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in crisis. So
yeah.
apart from that,
yeah.
we spoke.
I think
Apart
now
from
is
that,
as good as a time for us to talk about Chelsea's Club World Cup championship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Since
I mean, we started off the
we were
show
waiting for
congratulating
Dodge to
Chelsea,
come in.
but we were waiting for Dodge to come in and put that icing on the cake.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like sometimes the Club World Cup in this current format feels like a Mickey Mouse trophy. Sometimes it's like, oh my god, it's a big trophy. Depending on who you ask and what day you ask them.
Yeah.
But the only great thing is like Tuchel took over like 15 months ago, and he's won a Champions League, a Super Cup, and the Club World Cup. So lots of silverware compared to United people on the other side.
I don't think we've gotten into that yet, have we?
You know what? Honestly, I mean, do you think it is a Tuchel effect, or is it just that your players were that good and he just created a system, a decent system?
I mean, he
half
created
decent
a.
system?
I mean, it's him, right? Like under Lampard, we were languishing, right? We were like, we won't get top four. We were
top four
sixth
also was
place.
like-
I was top four was very dicey. So then we brought him in, and then he came and put the system that made us eventually win the Champions League.
See, I'll tell you one thing. Like when you play a back five, it's very very difficult to concede goals. I mean, for the opposition to score, or rather, let me put it that way. And the way Tuchel sets up, it's always a back five with his wing backs. I mean, you had Alonso for a major chunk of that. but still, like,
Chilwell and James, right?
yeah,
That
for
was
this
a
season, I'm talking about last season when you won the Champions League. Yeah,
It's not
Chilwell this
just
season,
like
right?
yeah, Chilwell was here this season. He was also there last season. He
Yeah.
scored in the FA Cup, remember, and
Yeah.
it got ruled out. No, but the thing with Chelsea, in spite of them playing five at the back, they absolutely suffocate the life out of the opposition. We've seen games, right, where the fullbacks are so high up the pitch, they're doubling up with the wingers, and in a sense, just choking um, the opposition team in their own half or in their own box in some cases. You just can't get out. And I think that system took a bit of a hit because obviously there are injuries to Reece James, long-term injury to Ben Chilwell. Marcus Alonso is very hot and cold, so you don't really know what version of him you get on a match day. And I think the problem is the reliance on it suddenly Chelsea had this reliance on their fullbacks and on their defenders to get them out of high pressure situations, or they would be the ones scoring goals because the front three were always misfiring. I don't think Pulisic has got more than 5 goals this season. I'm not sure where Ziyech is. Ziyech scores wonder goals, but besides that, I don't think he scores enough. Lukaku, we all know how that played. Werner, we all know how that played. And so it's just that.
Hey,
Basically,
Lukaku
just
scored a
fullback
goal
issue.
in the World Cup. I mean, the Club World Cup, he scored,
Club
dude.
Who's the opposition? Some Al
Against
Hilal or
whom?
something. Yeah, Al Hilal and one more. And Palmeiras, I think he scored, right? Palmeiras was
Palmeiras.
the.
We kept the tradition going. So in
Yeah.
Brazil, apparently, there's a tradition to sing that Palmeiras will never win the Club World Cup. Like, that's the only thing they haven't won. Okay. And there's a song in Portuguese or whatever that they still keep it going. And Por
Oh,
favor.
interesting.
Yeah.
But I was reading
lost
an
the
interesting
finals,
fact
right?
about the Club World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
In the last, I think, 7 Club World Cups, the European winner the Champions League winner has won the World Cup.
In
I'd be
2012, we
surprised.
didn't win it. We didn't win it in 2012.
Who won it?
Who did he lose?
2011, yeah, basically not in 2012, but the rest of the
No,
years it's been.
I remember Chelsea lost the Super Cup to Atletico because Falcao scored 4. This was Atletico
No, that's the
Madrid.
Super Cup. The
That's
Club
the
World
Super
Cup,
Cup.
we
I'm
didn't
talking about
win.
the Club World Cup winners. They've always been a Champions League winner.
Was it what, Corinthians who beat them? I think Corinthians
I think it
beat
was
them that year.
Santos.
Yeah, Corinthians beat them. Yeah.
Or-
Look
1-0.
at that.
Yeah.
So, it's just what a I was like, because I remember David Luiz and I remember Corinthians. I'm like, okay, something must be. I read a headline like all those years ago, but I mean, Chelsea
Dude,
are
I mean,
back into the
Akshay,
Premier League.
think about it. The Champions League, whoever has won it, it's been United's monster team with Ronaldo. It's been prime Barcelona. It's been prime Real Madrid, like
Yeah.
under Ronaldo 4 years in a row.
True.
It's been an insane Liverpool team, and who else has won it apart from them?
Bayern Munich, Inter Milan.
Bayern Munich, of course. Under who was Bayern? You Bayern?
Jupp Heynckes and also under Hansi Flick. They won it both years, right?
They
Under
won it
Hansi
last
Flick,
year.
yeah.
They won it last
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, year before last. Last year, I think was
Technically,
Chelsea
2021 was Chelsea's. Like,
Chelsea. Then
It's
before that, Bayern.
But this is the last we might see of the Club World Cup in this format. If the FIFA president gets his way, then from next year or next to next year, we might have a Club World Cup, like a proper, just like a normal World Cup, national team World Cup. We're gonna have a Club World Cup.
man.
Yeah,
And how do you
That makes
qualify
more
that?
sense.
yeah, how do you
I don't know. That's what they're working out, and that's what they're trying
probably
to get
like World Cup?
voted and
I
passed
don't
through.
know how it'll work. Yeah.
Wow, that's I mean, it's not like these guys are not.
They might probably
Worked up
take the winner
anymore.
of each of the top leagues in their country. Probably.
I mean, the European clubs are against it because already so
There's
much
already-
fixture congestion.
Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah. So, but this guy wants to do like a 42 team full club World Cup from like Asia and this and that.
Crazy.
Everyone,
Yeah.
That should replace the
But
Champions League, if at all. I mean, I see the appeal in it, but then that probably builds out like an NFL style conference situation.
No,
But-
that's just basically FIFA makes money. Right now, FIFA's not making any money
Not
from
making
it.
any- 'cause
UEFA's
yeah,
making
'cause
all the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Club World Cup, FIFA will make all the money and they'll sell the rights just like a normal World Cup. So that.
I don't even. I don't
You'll
even.
have
I don't have
Bangalore
words.
FC playing in the World Cup
That'll be fun. I bet Bangalore
okay,
will be
against
the next team we're
Ronaldo.
about to talk about. Given that they have more structure than them, let's talk about Man United. Um,
We already did
so
a piece on them, but yeah, we'd
Yeah.
like to hear your take on it.
okay, now I want to know where you guys stood because I feel like we've there's so much to say and I just don't want to like
I
go in
think you
circles.
know what I think we've hit a roadblock with Ragnick, and Ragnick. Let's face it, he's the director or technical director. He's just here to, I mean, to put it bluntly, pass time until May comes along.
You know what I found
Yeah,
hilarious,
basically.
like
Yes,
absolutely
lame
hilarious.
duck manager.
Chris Armas, the assistant coach. You know what he's being called in training?
Yeah. I read that. Ted Lasso.
He's an American coach in training that has now been jokingly referred to as Ted Lasso because his tactics are apparently, uh, and his training sessions are extremely outdated, which is
So
wonderful.
apparently I read this morning that Harry Maguire, Rashford, and a couple of other English players don't like Ronaldo's attitude in the dressing room.
Yeah. There's a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff on
I
the
read this,
Athletic
yeah.
that says that the players are not happy with Ragnick, and they're anyway like he's a temporary, he's a transient guy anyway, so it doesn't matter. There's no
Whoever comes
stability in the
in,
club.
see, the thing is,
Yeah.
whoever comes in has to get them to press, so which they don't want to press. That's like you can see it in on the pitch,
I
and I
just
feel
told
like
Akshay, like I
Yeah,
literally
we were
told him
discussing this.
we
Yeah,
went from count yeah we just discussing it. We went
we
from
just discussed about this. Yeah.
Ragnick is going to try to press and counter press and high press,
Yeah.
and now they're back to counter attacking. So basically, if you can't beat them, join them. And
basically that's
Ragnick is
kind.
like, okay, fine, do whatever the fuck you guys want.
I mean, no,
Sorry for
If
So
you
that.
But you
if you
see a
talk
mix
about
of both, I think.
if you talk, look at the second half yesterday because I remember before Akshay went to sleep, he asked me, "Who are you watching?" I said, "I don't know," and then I'm like, "Maybe I should watch the PSG Real Madrid game. It is like a high quality game,
That was a
of
slow
course,
burner by itself, man.
Mbappe's, Casemiro,
Yeah.
Cruz, all of those boys, right?" But then I decided, you know what? My loyalty to my club holds true. I shall watch these clowns play Brighton for that first half. Oh man, I don't think I feel like I'm living in some sort of how do I put this? Some ground like a Groundhog Day situation where I'm reliving the same match over and over again, but only this time it somehow gets progressively worse. Yesterday against Brighton had 60% possession
Yeah,
in the
that's
first
right.
half. They got booed off at half. I mean, United got booed off at halftime, and rightly so, because nothing was sticking. Second half, United begin to press. It's like it's like they have one half of pressing in them. So pick your half. And so they decide to press in the second half, force the error. Ronaldo scores a banger. Then there's a red card, which massively helps. And in spite of that, they're still holding on at the end. It was so frustrating. Like Brighton attacking, these guys are holding on for dear life. I'm like, oh my god, can you
Yeah.
someone of you get a grip? As for Harry Maguire having an attitude problem, an issue with Ronaldo's attitude, very straightforwardly, dude, look at yourself in the mirror before you start like throwing stones at others, because 3 out of the last 4 games you've been responsible for the goals conceded. Against Burnley, you conceded to, as Mark Goldrich calls, a Harry Potter character.
Yeah.
He sent him and Scott McTominay to go get a hot dog. Against was it Che Adams on the weekend? I went to sleep. It was a 7:30 a.m. kickoff. I woke up at 6, said I'm not putting myself through this, and I went back to sleep. And woke up, and then Akshay's like, I see a message from Akshay going, "Same old United."
That was a shit goal to concede. Like
from the goal kick,
Maguire really needs to have a good.
It was.
You know what? From the time Maguire did this, I think it was in Latvia. I don't know, but when he cupped his ears to the fans.
Yeah, one of those games.
Against
when
Albania.
he played England.
England
Against who was it?
Albania.
I think Albania.
Since he's cupped, did that whole cupping the year celebration, he's got Solskjaer fired. He's at the brink of getting Ragnick fired, who's an interim manager. And the dude's cost United, and these are facts, by the way. He's cost United 12 points already. Alone. Cost United 12 points. and
Mm-hmm.
he's been responsible for 6 mistakes that have led to goals.
6.
Direct. Like he's the player who has been responsible for the goals.
Mm-hmm.
6 of them since that
Oh
cup in the
man.
year celebration, and this is just for United.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should cup his ears again so that maybe the
Dude, I
curse
don't know
gets
if you can
reversed.
blame one player. Like, I feel like that whole bunch is pointing at each
Dude,
other,
no,
like that
you know
Spider-Man
what?
meme,
Like,
and like all excuses, excuses, excuses.
you know what, Dodds? I was just this against the Saints game, right? I was watching it. Honestly, I was watching just the centre backs playing. The way Varane plays, dude, that man is so calm on the ball, no fuss whatsoever. Even if there's a Even if somebody's coming to press him, he just shields the ball slowly, looks up, looks what's the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
option, and then tries to pass. He tries to play progressive. Okay, he tries.
Mm-hmm.
The last resort will be to pass it back to the goalkeeper, but he's always looking to play forward, and he's so calm with the ball. He's so quick, and he plays so up the field. This Maguire, because he's so slow, he knows if there's a ball played behind him, and he doesn't want, he hates running back. He keeps going
So,
further and
so
further back,
in
and
my view, Varane and De Gea are probably the only like bright lights in that team at the moment. Everyone
Oh
else
yeah,
is just
completely
Yeah.
agree.
and maybe Sancho a little bit. Okay.
Sancho is
Uh,
beginning to find his
Sancho's
feet. I
been,
think
yeah.
he's beginning to
yeah,
find his
right.
feet. I think
But
a few more games, yeah, I think he'll be up to speed.
I
but
think
when I
Bruno's
watched
also sort of,
yesterday's game, right?
yeah.
Like, I think that was the worst United performance of the last 4 games, and that's the one they ended up winning. Like, it's just like what the hell? But cool. Like, I think the red card obviously massively helped, and I
But
was
they
like,
got
as a
the
but
they
as a
got the red
neutral, it
card
was like,
after the first goal was scored. No? So technically, it was pretty much the game was
Yeah,
won.
but I mean, there was
I
So
mean, dude,
honestly,
United looked like
if
they
they
could
had
concede
11,
any
if they had
second.
11 on the
Yeah.
yeah, if they had 11 on
yeah,
the pitch, I'm pretty certain we would have conceded.
they
I'm
yeah,
fairly certain we would have conceded.
but they've
Even
since,
with
man.
10 on the park, we looked
Yeah,
very
look shit.
sketchy. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not a convincing win. When the game ended, I felt like most United fans were like relief instead of happiness. They're like, it's over, it's done.
it's
Yeah.
I think enough of United. Let's talk about, can Liverpool catch City, or is the title race over?
Oh come on, what do you think? What do
I
you
think
think?
it's done.
Like,
It's
look at
done
did
and
you
dusted
not watch the
for.
Sporting Lisbon game yesterday? Did you not see what they did to Sporting in the first 30 minutes? They were 4-0 up in 30 minutes.
And then Pep being Pep is like, no, Liverpool are the best team. They're only 6 points behind
Yeah.
us. They're on our heels. And like Chelsea's the best team. They won the World Cup. This, that, and that. He's always trying to like be like, no, we're not that great. Also, yesterday's like we only won by 5 goals, not like that many goals. It's all this Guardiola tactics.
Man. Yeah.
Oh man, it's not. It's definitely. I don't. I think Liverpool might run them close, but Liverpool are going to drop points to somebody, and then Chelsea, then City. By the time Liverpool do like drop points and recover, City would have just scooted through. They are just, they're so difficult to catch, and like there's nothing to. What do you say? Like, what at this point? What does one say about that team? They don't even have a striker. They're just making a mockery of the league.
Yeah, dude.
There's
I
no
think we
striker.
discussed this about a few weeks ago. I think Pep's made the Premier League a farmers' league at this point.
Exactly. I mean, he's like,
Yeah.
you guys fight
Yeah.
amongst yourselves. I'm going to take my trophy and bounce. Now, with
Yeah,
regards to
the
the Champions
scraps.
League, it remains to be seen. I mean, I look at teams around Europe, and I think, you know what, this is this is the best year he's got a chance to win it. Maybe next year, with if you throw a
But
Haaland
that's
in
every
there,
year, dude. Every year he's had the best chance to win it, right?
yeah,
I
like
mean,
he just.
I mean,
But I mean,
the funniest thing was like they asked the Sporting player, what positives can you take away from this game? Okay. And the guy was like, I'm glad there's no away rule in this game. It's okay. But you
Yeah,
scored
winning
6
final
goals.
doesn't make any yeah.
I mean, okay, best of luck, bro. I mean, he's going there, Sporting Lisbon.
I mean,
Bernardo
you
Silva,
gotta
I
give
think.
it up for
What is the rule now?
optimism, though.
Yeah,
But what
that's
is the rule?
Oh,
No, there's
120
no rule.
minutes after the second
penalty
leg.
rules.
It's 120
120
minutes.
minutes and the
Penalty shot.
extra time and then pens. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, now that'll matter for them, but
Yeah.
No, but like honestly, I still feel they should have had the away rule. But what happened to Liverpool against Atletico shouldn't happen. Like basically, in the extra time, you scrap the away goals and just play normal football.
Yeah.
That's what I
sudden
feel.
that, yeah. Pretty much
Wait, away
sudden.
goals come in. Away goals show up in extra time. What's happening? No, it's
No,
there's
no, no, no.
away goals at all. But what he's saying
There
is that in that
is
game,
no away goal, but I am saying it should
in that
matter
scenario,
because
yeah.
in that scenario, see, obviously the way Liverpool lost that
He dropped off for a
tie
bit.
against Atletico, let's go two more.
Sit, hold up.
You'd have to repeat that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is the away goal affected Liverpool 2 seasons ago when they, or last season, I don't know, where they Atletico scored in extra time, and because they were playing away at Pool, they had to. I mean, Pool had to score 2 to go through.
Oh,
You get 30 extra minutes to score 1 away goal, essentially,
Okay.
which ideally should be like you can play 90 minutes with away goals, and if it's still not decided, then the extra time that's added in the second leg, there is no away goals rule in that. That's what I
But that
feel would have been
away
ideal.
goal gives some unfair advantage, right? Sometimes.
No,
Like,
what do you mean it's unfair? It's fair for both teams because you each play one leg in the opposition. I mean, in your home stadium. So at the end of the day, look, for United, say they're going somewhere like in Moscow, right? They're making the long trip in February where it's freezing cold and what have you. You have to give them something. Like say they scored like 2-0, you have to give them something. Or say they beat Moscow 2-1. Or say, okay, fine, forget it. Say Moscow wins 2-1. That one goal that they scored should carry some weight. What's the point of just going there, showing up, losing the game, and coming back? There has to be something to it, right?
yeah, that's why I felt like Madrid was sitting back because there's no away goal rule.
Yeah, Madrid had no reason to attack, and they were and they really
They had zero reason to attack. They just
They went to play the draw.
Yeah, they went. They could have come back happy with a nil.
Yeah. And Thibaut Courtois kept them in the game for so long. It took literally a moment of magic from Kylian. Just burst from the.
Dude,
I think
see,
it was.
trust me, this is the earliest. What's going to happen moving on.
Hold on, guys. The internets are being down. Okay, let's
I was saying that is the earliest own goal I've ever seen from Mbappe. If you get my
I could. The fun thing was they immediately cut to Perez in the stands, and you could feel literally like you could feel him thinking, you know what, just bring him in now, like right now. I haven't seen Chiringuito.
Doesn't he have a deal in place already, like in principle?
I'm sure.
Yeah, in principle. But sure. I think with that goal, he raised his wages by at least some 10 million or some shit like that. Or at least 100,000 per week or something like that.
But I'll tell you what, like... Go on, Ben.
So Madrid, right? Now you think about it. In the summer, they're probably going to get Mbappe. They're probably going to get Rudiger. And they're probably going to get Pogba.
And Pogba.
The massive sum for the massive sum of £0 of sterling or euros. They're going to get all these dudes on a free. And now they have Camavinga and they have Casemiro, they have Modric, Kroos who are coming to the end of their careers. Vinicius. Now imagine they say, you know what, let's actually go throw the money in for Haaland as well and see where this takes us.
Haaland and Mbappe, no chance.
Remember?
No,
so
Haaland. No, they can't afford Haaland. They've already told him they can't afford Haaland next year. But so apparently there was a meeting that happened last week where there was Haaland, there was Zinedine Zidane, and there were 3 or 4 other players that Haaland idealized that came and made say that you have to sign an Adidas contract so that eventually, not next year, next to next year, 2023, you will join Madrid. But only if you sign this Adidas contract.
Perez is
And-
like, I don't have
Wow.
money, boo, feel bad for me. But then here he comes with all the.
Dude, he's getting Mbappe for free, but that guy is 130 million or some 300 million.
No,
or
he has a
something.
release clause for 75 million that kicks in the summer.
Okay, but
Then
if he can
yeah, so
find a
that-
way to do it for free, he'll do it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I doubt if I don't know. I think Haaland might go to Barcelona to build that rivalry, but
He's not a
Honestly-
Barca player at all.
Yeah, I
Barca,
don't
he's
DNA.
not.
think it's that-
Everyone
yeah.
talks about him going to City, and I honestly hope he goes to City because he's not a pressing unit. It's not going to fit Chelsea City style. Them acquiring Julian
But
Alvarez
that
is
will make him.
Julian Alvarez is a bit of a shrewd deal for 20 million from River Plate. I think they pulled him out. That
Yeah.
guy looks like this mini Aguero. Luis Diaz, who went to Liverpool, he also looks. There's a shades of Suarez about that boy. So everyone is making smart transfers except for one club. But
Hey, guess who we are getting? Sebastian Aller. I mean, to be fair, the dude's
scoring
getting
goals.
it in
He's
the
scoring
dude's
goals,
getting it
yeah.
in Netherlands, yeah, to be fair. But we all saw him
Yeah.
at West Ham. I had him in my FPL team for like 7 or 8 game weeks. One
He was
return.
sweatshirt, yeah. He was sweatshirt.
Okay, I think now is as good a time as any to get into weekend preview. So let's do the weekend
Yeah,
preview, Akshay, with the Excel sheet.
Of course.
Excel sheet. Awkward silence.
Anybody watch the Super Bowl?
I did.
Oh yeah? How was it?
Yeah, I don't know. See, it was a fun game. It really was. But this whole running down the clock nonsense bit was just annoyed me. I'm like, dude, with 40 seconds to go, people are celebrating. I'm just like, hey.
Yeah,
this
but
is
that's
very
how it
epic.
is, right? That's
That's
how
really
it is.
annoying.
Because obviously they take the knee and game's over.
Also, Joe Burrows, dude. I mean, I feel maybe I'm so biased because of European sports. Like, you don't. I mean, he wore an amazing suit and walked out before the game.
Yeah, I saw
But
that.
I would not like. I would. Well, I'm like, don't do that. I mean, probably show up in your club suit, like in your team suit, where
That's
focus
not
before
there.
the game.
So the American teams don't have that, because if you watch basketball players also, they just come in whatever the hell they want. They don't have that whole club
Yeah, they
suit
don't
where
have
they're
that,
fitted,
yeah.
where you're fitted with suits. You come in the team coach, you get off the coach, and all of those things. Because these guys drive to the stadiums themselves, at least the home games. They drive to the stadium. They have. I mean, the players
the
have a
SoFi
separate
Stadium
park.
looks nuts, and also
Have you
really
been there?
fun. No, I mean, I was looking at the stadium. I haven't even been to LA, but I was looking at the stadium. It looks insane from the stories and everything, and of course, the halftime Super Bowl show was also quite fun.
You know the
big time throwback.
Spurs. The what do you call? Is it called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're
yeah.
trying to bid for the 2024 or 25 Super Bowl, or 26.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
trying
know.
to bid for it. Yeah.
I mean, they have the ground for it, right? They've had quite a few
That is the
games in-
ground. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
the
that-
ground.
that's why
I
they-
mean,
that's
that
why
was
they want
built
to
for.
bid- that's
That
why
was
they're bidding
built for NFL.
Yeah, they have two.
Yeah,
They have like
yeah.
two pitches. One that I mean, we've.
Yeah. I think we've
I
all
remember-
seen the.
I think they
Yeah.
play a game there every year or something, right?
Yeah.
Every
They
year,
play two
yeah.
games. I think two
This
games.
year, I don't
there
think it
every year.
happened, but I think
Yeah, I don't
they're
think they
both-
played this year, but normally they do. Yeah.
Cool. Let's
let's
go.
Did I drop out?
Into
Was it
our-
me or was it?
I'm
No.
not too sure.
Prediction
Yeah,
time:
let's,
West
let's-
Ham,
let's do it.
Newcastle.
Bruno Gomares,
Newcastle.
45
play?
million.
West Ham, Newcastle. I think West Ham win
I
this.
think,
Uh,
yeah, West Ham will win this.
I'm going with a 2-0 West Ham.
I think the Magpies win it again.
Oh,
Let's
interesting.
go.
1-0 to Newcastle.
The justice for the Cats.
I think I think it's going to be.
But some of the chants at the
Trippier's out,
Watford
right?
game were hilarious. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
out.
Trippier's out.
Yeah, so I don't think they have a good chance to win this.
Oh, Trippier's out. Yeah, yeah. I remember.
So I think it's going
Yeah,
to
the
be
best.
2-1 maybe to Newcastle.
You know what? Since
To
Trippier's
West
out,
Ham,
just
sorry.
put 1-1. I think it'll be a draw.
Interesting.
I think Newcastle
Can-
might just get that one goal in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking 2-1 to West Ham.
Arsenal Brentford. Now the reverse fixture, Brentford beat them soundly.
That was the
I
first
don't-
game of the season.
Opening
season.
weekend,
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but I see them causing Arsenal problems. I'm going for, but still, I think Arsenal have enough in the tank to squeeze a win out of here. So I'd say
Arsenal
2-1.
haven't played a game of football for 2 weeks.
No, they played last week. They played against Wolves last Thursday.
They won. Or they drew. And
They won. They won 1-0.
1-0.
1-0.
Gabriel. As long as nobody gets sent off, I think they're going to win this. But I still concede. So 2-1.
You can't be sure about that.
No, don't tell me. I've just brought in Arsenal assets for FPL. Less said about it, the better.
I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, same. 2-1 Arsenal.
Villa Watford 3-0 Villa. Watford are down. I don't know why I still own Emmanuel Dennis, but
Bro, even I own Emmanuel Dennis. Don't
I
worry
have
about
him,
it.
so yeah. I think 2-0 Villa. Easy.
Slippy G, dude. Slippy G all the way.
2-0 Villa.
2-0 Villa.
You're going 2-0 as well, towards.
Yeah, okay. No. We'll make it 3-0, simply.
this is how he wins. Randomly, I will make it 3-0.
Brighton Burnley. To brighten up your day.
Brighton 1-0.
Lamptey factor, dude. It's all Lamptey.
2-0
I think
Brighton.
1-1. No Brighton. If Burnley can score against United, I'm sure they can
1-0,
score
yeah.
against.
1-0, Brighton.
Oh,
Anyone
anybody
can
can
score against United.
Score against
It's not
United. I don't think they're a metric right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the only metric they would be is how bad is your team. As bad as United.
Yeah.
There was an infographic from the Athletic which shows shows territory.
Yeah,
possession
you'd posted that.
and City literally, they occupy the entire pitch, and United, these clowns, there's nobody in midfield. There's no territory in midfield. You have 3 midfielders who can't pass the ball. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Welcome back, Chelsea, to the Premier League. I think you run out a resounding 3-0 winners at Palace. Lukaku to score 2 goals. That's so cute.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I think,
I
I
might
think
have to
2-0.
leave in a bit. Let's do it quickly.
Let's wrap this up. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
1-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea. Actually, I think Palace score 2-1 Chelsea.
And those?
1-0 Chelsea.
Liverpool Norwich 2-0 Liverpool. I don't see. I thought they would get thrashed.
3-0 Liverpool.
Daniel Farker, but I don't think that's happening.
3-0. Salah is going to come back
Yeah,
with
3-0.
a bang.
Yeah.
3-0 Liverpool. He loves Norwich. So
Yeah, true.
Saints Everton.
Southampton.
Southampton.
We didn't
2-2.
get to speak about the man,
Which man?
Donny Van
Frank
de Beek.
Lampard.
Donny. Yeah.
Donny.
Dele Alli, Lampard, Donny van de Beek.
Interesting. I feel like
he had
we'll
a
talk.
killer game last game.
Yeah, they had a pretty good game last week. They did lose to Newcastle, which is quite funny. But I expect Donny van de Beek's game, his game contributions, to only improve after last week's showing.
2-1
I'm going
Saints.
1-1.
Yeah, same 1-1. Dude.
2-1 Saints. Armando Broja.
Now,
big
City Tottenham. Mm,
3-0 City.
yeah, 3-0 City.
They're going to wipe the floor with Spurs.
2-0 City.
Seven, I'm going 2-0. Leeds
Leeds United. Leeds versus Man United.
Ooh.
Always first time at Ellen Road with a crowd. In
War of
17.
Roses. War of Roses.
War of Roses.
Boys.
Yeah. So this is the derby of the weekend. If you want to like find a
3-0.
weekend derbies.
3-0 United.
2-2.
Which one?
I'm going 2-2. I don't expect them to score more than 2 goals. So they score 2 goals and
It's going to be a 1-1.
Dude, Leeds
One-
is the perfect team for United if you play attacking football.
they
I
won.
think two. I think
But-
two. I
but
think
no-
you know what? I think 2-0 United. Both the players who scored this against Brighton score again.
But it's going to be a
Hey,
tricky...
2-0 United. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going
Portuguese
to be
leaders.
tricky because we always play bad at Leeds.
Yeah.
We've not had a good history at Leeds over the last.
But we have
2 years.
always beaten there. I mean, we've given them an
Thumping.
ASS whooping.
But
that's at home.
That's at home. That's at home.
Even
Never
away
away.
last season, we won, dude.
You know,
I
it was
mean,
the worst
assuming
game of the
there was
season.
no- Which one?
It was
Away?
it was a draw. It was
It was
a
a draw.
really ugly.
It was a 0-0 draw.
game. A 0-0 draw that was just the worst. Nothing happened in that
I've
game.
just put it up.
Oh, that was because it was an inconsequential game.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
Wolves Leeds. Wolves and Leicester.
Wolves.
We'll get to those later. Wolves versus Leicester. Very quickly. Wolves beating Leicester. Leicester a bit of a free fall right now.
Yeah.
Broj is not having the best time. I think Wolves win this comfortably 2-0.
1-1.
I think. Yeah, when I was going to go 1-1.
I think 2-1 Wolves.
Who's the Wolves manager?
Bruno Lage.
We have Burnley Tottenham now for the second fixture.
Second time Tottenham make this up. Burnley, I expect Tottenham to win this. 2-0.
1-0 Spurs.
Yeah, same 1-0 Spurs.
That's good. 1-0 to both of you. I think I'm going to go Burnley winning this 1-0 just because I want to be different from y'all.
Watford. Watford Crystal Palace. Palace.
Palace easy.
2-0 winners.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. You know what?
Vieira.
1-0 Palace.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying 1-0 Palace.
Okay, Liverpool leads.
3-0
Good score.
Liverpool.
4-0.
4-0. Oh shit, that's exciting.
Leeds are about to get overrun. They
They actually don't match
guess
up
who-
that
but-
well. You
but
know what?
guess
They
who's
actually
up
don't
top
match
for
up
them?
well against Leeds. Liverpool don't match up well against Leeds.
Yeah, they generally don't. Now that you mention it, but I feel Leeds are in a
2-0.
bit of a. They're kind of in this weird conundrum.
2-0
where
Liverpool.
I think it works for Liverpool's favor.
Leeds are neither here nor there at this point.
I think
So
1-3 to Liverpool. Oh wait, I've messed up all this.
Yeah.
4-0. 3-0. 2-0. I think the Leeds are going to pull one back.
Okay. Arsenal Wolves.
It's
Wolves.
Good call.
No, I think Wolves win this. I feel Wolves will come back. They've just played them. They'll be annoyed with the way they lost that game.
No, I think I missed one. Okay. I missed one fixture down.
Which one?
Brentford Newcastle.
Oh yeah, let's put that in as well.
Yeah, but we'll finish this one first.
Okay. Wolves win this 2-1.
I think it's a 1-1 draw for me.
Devin, I think 1-1. You can 0-0 draw. Goalless draw.
Desmond.
Both keepers are good this season. What?
Who's it for
And it's
Wolves?
yours.
Sa? No.
Yeah.
2-1 this thing, Arsenal.
Okay. Next one
And
is
finally, Brentford versus
Burnley,
Newcastle.
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 Newcastle win this 2-1.
I think 1-1. I don't know. Just get the feeling.
Sid?
I think 2-1 Newcastle. Yeah. No, actually, you know what? I think there'll be a goalless draw, 0-0. No, it's Brentford. Ooh. Yeah, it's fine, 0-0.
And then, I'll go 1-1. I'll take 1-1. And that about
Yes,
wraps.
and that is the game week predictions. Very quickly, FPL suggestions. Sid,
Salah
you are
triple captain.
Salah triple captain.
Salah
Everybody.
triple captain.
The most
Bro,
pointless
there's no
weekend
other
I've ever seen.
advice apart from Salah triple captain.
Salah
Yeah,
triple captain, get as many double game week players as you possibly can. How many do you currently have?
I have 3.
3 double game
No,
week
wait.
players.
Arsenal.
Let me put up our squad real
If
quick.
Emil Smith throw, I have 3 at the moment. Obviously, I'm going to get Salah in, so that makes it 4. If Emil Smith plays both games, then I have 5. I don't know if he's going to though.
I have 9 at this point.
Wow.
Can you not see the?
I have 2 free transfers, so
Yeah. So you could probably
So this is our team currently.
wait. So Watford have 2 games weeks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
so
don't
then I
throw
have-
out
I have-
Emmanuel.
Yeah. So
Emmanuel
I have
But
Dennis as well.
we know what happened last double game week, right? Of this.
Yeah. Emmanuel Denny got sent off. We had him as captain.
Yeah.
Triple captain Salah, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably good idea to do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Do you want to make any changes? Because you have 2 free transfers.
Gallagher, I'll probably bump Gallagher off for, let's say,
Take
Podence
out
or
Gallagher
somebody from-
and Ronaldo. Get in Salah and get in Salah for sure. How much do we have left in the bank?
5.3.
5.3.
5.3. Do we want to double up on Watford by any chance?
No.
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 Get in Mbappe. No.
Let me see who we can bring
has
in.
double game
Broja.
That was a good shout. But you have
They have
Does he have a
decent
double game?
fixtures. I know they have decent fixtures.
Does he have a
Go
double
down and
game week? Let me check.
no. There's no tier double.
No. But Spurs play without any stoppages from now until the end of the season. So Broja is a good shout actually.
But do we want to bring him in and keep him on the bench, or what are we planning to do?
No, you'll have to play him, no, because Amarte doesn't play.
No, so we'll have Digne, Trent, and Cancelo.
So you're playing
And we'll
3-4-3.
have
You have to
Salah.
play.
Yeah, we have 3-4-3. So Broja's a good shout. You're right.
Yeah, and triple captain Salah.
Make the transfers.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do it.
Confirm. Let me put Livramento number 1.
No. Oh yeah, actually. No, leave Brownhill. No, he's got double game week. He'll get 4 points if he just plays 2 times.
Yeah, but thing is, if Cancelo doesn't play, Amarte will come here.
Yeah. So switch him with Liverpool. Yeah, that's better.
Captain.
Triple captain.
Vice captain Jota. Triple captain and save team. All right. Oh,
All
no,
right.
Sorry. Wait, no, that's my bad here. Save team. Okay, done.
Let's go. Okay, boys. Looking
All
forward
right.
to
I think
the
that
game
should
week.
be that.
Stop sharing.
Let's
All right.
let's move. Let's do this. Podcast will be out today evening / morning, wherever you are. We will see you on the next week. That is something we have to talk internally, but we'll see you next week.
See you. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
Cheers, boys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.